Good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. This video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, make your own decisions. All right, guys, welcome back. Hope everybody's doing well. Just want to give a general update on a number of different things. And if you're newer to the channel, like you just subscribed in the last couple weeks, this is probably not going to be a great video for you. And there are better videos on my main channel. I might post this on my main channel. I don't know. But there's better videos just covering ICP and why it's different. And in the future, I will have other videos that have more useful information for newer people. Just for the sake of this video, I'm discussing something different. And so I'm really just talking to like all of you guys. So with the situation on Twitter, um, first, it's been really cool getting to connect with a lot of you. And yeah, it's been really cool getting to connect with a lot of you. However, I noticed, like over the last couple days, I don't like the influence that I have in the ICP space. And, this channel is like irrelevant in the bigger picture within crypto, but just like within the ICP space, I don't really like the influence that I have. And I didn't realize that until here recently. So, yeah, Um, I will probably go out of my way to do things like in the future to keep the channel smaller. Um, so just heads up on that. But I really do appreciate everything, and it's been awesome getting to connect with so many of you. It does make me feel uncomfortable when people say things like, I'm a fan, and said it makes me feel uncomfortable. If you could like, if we're connecting, if you could just like treat me like one of the guys, that would be great. But I do appreciate everything. So with this situation, I need to be honest about this. I've been pissed off for 6 months or so and fuming. And I understand why people would not get that. But you have to take into consideration, well, you don't have to. It doesn't matter to me I'm just explaining my reasoning here. So if you look at the amount of time that I spent on here, and it's not just the amount of time like doing the videos, I think I spent more time getting around to comments over the last couple years than I did just making the videos themselves. And the only real benefit to doing this for me is just to see at some point a bunch of normies make it, you know? And so in my own perception, right? And again, I'm fielding comments on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis as a lot of other things are being said. So if I didn't find some degree of like overlap with some things being said and then things being said in my comment section and me progressively seeing people become more and more and more concerned over weeks, months, that's what I was looking at for months, right? And I can't overstate how frustrating that is because I'm just I'm imagining some 30-year-old guy or girl who's got a few $1,000s, right? Maybe 1,000, maybe 500, maybe 10,000, 20,000, whatever. And they're just trying to make sense of this. And in all reality, the next 10 years for them would could be drastically different depending on whether or not they take advantage of this opportunity. And so it makes me very frustrated seeing people like that potentially miss on an opportunity like this. And I relate certain things being said and done as contributing factors to that. So, and I was in a constant state, like that was the majority of like concerns I was getting. It was all originating from a lot of those conversations. for the large majority of concerns, right? And so I say all that to say that I've been fuming for months, and I always planned on coming back on Twitter. And so this this is my phone, okay? And this is a burner phone that I bought months ago. I was always planning on coming back on Twitter. They just reactivated my account before I did that, right? So, but I do need to say that this whole situation is too personal for me to continue pushing on it. And I just need to be honest about that because if I were to push this any further on the channel, I'm more than happy, and I already am doing this, connecting with a bunch of you to try to help make sense of what's happened up until this point. And 100% trying to just be as fact-based as possible. So there's some degree of clarity here. Because what I've seen is I've seen people with smaller platforms raise questions and concerns and them kind of just be dismissed. And that also pisses me off, right? Raise what I would view to be very valid questions. And you don't want me to have to, you don't want me being the one asking questions. But at the same time, I am not the best person to be doing this because for me, to some degree, this is personal. And because it's personal, I likely will not be able to view this as objectively as I could if it was not personal. Like you put me in front of this exact same situation, same substance, same factors involved, same everything, without having 6 months of anger and frustration building up. And I almost, I would probably in a vacuum view it the same, but whether or not I chose to pursue covering it and how far I went with it, it would be different. It's personal for me, and so I need to not get on here and start openly digging. Um, and I think that the best thing that I could do is just connect with some of y'all individually, privately, and try to piece together and make sense of what's happened up until this point. Now, I want to openly say that hopefully, and I mean this wholeheartedly, I have not, and this is another reason why I shouldn't be the one to do this. It's so out of character for me. I don't really FUD other projects, right? I look into, and I've always, I mean, outside of when somebody compares some layer one to ICP and says it's better than ICP, yes, I will just break down. Yeah, as a technical matter of fact, here's all the differences. Outside of that, I don't FUD projects. Like if I don't want to invest in something, I don't talk about it. I don't even formulate an opinion. When else in this channel have I started digging into projects because I have a lot of concerns and I think they're potentially something maybe going. When else have I done that? Never. Why would I do it here? Because it's personal, and that's probably why I shouldn't do it. And but I will say, just with the substance alone, if it wasn't personal, I think I would be more than justified continuing to dig on this, just giving the substance. There's a lot of things that don't make sense about this. I just, and I'm one of those guys to where I ask questions until things make sense. And I don't take like bullshit answers, non-answer answers, right? You're not just going to spit out some technical jargon at me and, oh, okay, all right, yeah, that sounds okay. All right, got it, man. Appreciate it. Um, but I am happy to work with those of you privately and hopefully come to some type of, get some clarity here. And I do hope that I don't ever want to see anything fail, right? I don't ever want to see any project fail. I don't ever want to see anybody lose money. And I've largely avoided like covering this just because like I don't want to, if people are holding certain things, it's like I'd back to the first part of the video, I don't like the influence that I have. And in a general sense, I keep going all over the place, but let me back up. I do hope that now that, apparently there's going to be some changes, I do hope that it all works out with this situation, with this DAO. Okay. I really do. If you gave me, like, if I could choose, if I could just, if I had the magic wand and I could just choose whichever direction this went, I would rather see things go on to succeed than not. And that doesn't, like, just because that would be the most, I just don't want to see things fail, right? I don't, especially if people are holding certain assets. But there, there are a lot of questions here, okay? Um, but I should not be the person to do this because it's personal and I don't know where I would stop. I'd probably just keep pushing. More questions, and yeah. So I am happy to, and I do hope that because there's been some changes in recent months, I guess, I do hope that everything works out. And I mean that sincerely, just because I think that would be the best thing that could happen for everyone involved, right? Like even holders, former holders, just the the group in a general sense. I think that would be the best thing if this particular DAO went on over time to recover and succeed. Um, so, but there still are questions. There still are things that do not make sense. Okay, very like basic things that don't make sense. And for me, all right, in my opinion. So I'm in a weird situation with the channel. And I'm in a weird situation with the channel. Not with this like specifically, I just mean in a general sense, big picture. And yeah, I'm just in a weird situation with the channel. So, all right, that's pretty much all I had to say. And I just wanted to get all that out. Hold on really quick. Let me see if there's anything else. Um, and guys, all right, so this is the game plan. I'm just going to go back to normal content. However, in the sake and in the name of intellectual honesty, I will work with some of you, however many of you. I'm already like connecting with a handful of you on this situation and try to figure out what's happened up until this point and try to get answers to certain questions. But as far as the me getting on camera and starting to dig into a bunch of different things, it's too personal and I'll take it too far. And even those of you who probably want me to do that right now, in the future, you will get to a point to where you say, "All right, Bobby, let it go. Just let it go. Let it go." I'm telling you, every last one of you would. Like that's how far I would take it. And it would not be the right thing for me to do since it's personal. If I had no, like, again, if I didn't have 6 months of built up frustration and anger, I would see the situation differently. But those are my thoughts for right now. And those are my thoughts. So that's it. Not financial advice, but I will have another video coming out. I think all the hard times are behind us, guys. Now, I could be wrong. Obviously, we could have some type of a flash crash, pandemic style thing, but I think the hardest times are behind us, which is exciting. And yeah, which is really exciting. And don't ever lose sight of, if you're still watching this video, and regardless of what you think about like me or anything like that, because people are going to disagree, right? And people are going to disagree. But if you're watching this video right now and you're in right now, it's like the future, in my opinion, is very promising. And I don't want to get too caught up in certain things and lose sight of the big picture and lose sight of, I mean, if you're in right now and you're learning as much as you can, and or you've been in for a long time and you already understand this very well, I mean, the future is very promising. And that's very exciting, in my opinion, for a lot of people. And it's just cool getting to hear from a lot of you. And yeah, it's been it was one of the coolest experiences ever, getting to connect with a lot of you and just kind of like hear your story and everything. Um, yeah. I think the hardest times are over. So that's exciting. All right. That's it for this video. Thank you, everyone who has liked, shared, and subscribed. I'm going to the gym. Take care. Not financial advice. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next video.